Hello financial investors and welcome to the channel. My name is Brent and in today's video we're going to go ahead and cover our stock market weekly recap for the 18th to the 22nd of January 2021. We're going to go ahead and kick off this video by taking a look at last week's changes, week 2 of 2021, the 11th to the 15th. Then we're going to go ahead and cover 3 articles, 1 on Tesla's current valuation as it just surpassed Facebook, 2 on stimulus, as far as when are we planning on getting that stimulus rollout for the third check, and also what is one of the requirements that may be needed in order to get that stimulus that I saw pop up today. I'd like to go ahead and share that. And also from that point, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 4 main indexes, take a look at the entire S&P 500 performance for this past week, what stocks were up, what stocks were down. Also take a look at oil, dollar, silver, gold, bonds, the 10-year yield, and mortgage rates. So if you are brand new to the channel, have not yet subscribed, go down below, hit the red button to subscribe, make it gray, hit the bell to be notified every time we release a brand new video, and of course give this video a thumbs up, make it blue, and let's go ahead and get into the video. So last week, looking at the screen, a lot of the FAANGS stocks were red. Intel was positive by 11.48, Eli Lilly 14.64, financials, JP Morgan, Bank of America were pretty positive, as well as some oil and utilities. Pretty much everything across the board was red, and all the indexes were pretty much red except for the Russell 2000. So we had the S&P down 0.83, Dow down 0.63, the Nasdaq down 0.29. The Russell was the only one put on some gains of 1.54. Silver was also down 2.38, gold down 1.26, bonds were pretty much positive at 0.10. 10-year rate stayed the same at 1.10, and mortgage rates moved higher from 2.95 to 3.01. So I believe that this week we're going to be pretty positive, especially with the presidential election. I think there's usually a lot of movement in the positive direction. I know we talked about this in our last video. What would the outcome of the presidential election look like as far as the market? And it was pretty positive. Now, I also want to go ahead and cover an article that just came out here on the 19th, just a few days ago, back on Tuesday, as it discusses Tesla's current valuation as it overtakes Facebook. Does it make sense for Tesla, which trades at $783 billion, just beating out Facebook at $716 billion. So Facebook, huge company, owns not only the Facebook website, the application, it also has WhatsApp and a few other apps, I believe. So Tesla's trading at 81 times its 2025 earnings estimate. So 4 years ahead, still 81 times what they're believed to be making, and 13 times. Oh, Facebook trades nearly 13 times 2025. Okay, so yeah, there's a big comparison there. So how those earnings are looking like just 4 years away at 81 times, and what Facebook is looking like just 13 times. So there's a huge, massive split there. Facebook spent 14 times more on R&D than Tesla has last quarter when compared to Tesla. So there was a couple little not similarities, but one of the big things here was just the valuation of how much Tesla has grown here within the last 2 years. 2018 about halfway through, and then 2019, and then here we are in 2020. And then as far as his current valuation, so I think that Tesla is staying pretty hot, but I would like to see it pull back. I'm not sure where I'd like to see Tesla. Right now, as we're looking at the 2025 earning estimates, it's trading at 81 times where its potential is supposed to be at. So, if Tesla flops for whatever reason, we may see some big drops there. And then it goes over a few little articles or competitors, such as NIO. I know I was talking with one of my friends on Facebook who is invested in NIO, and also, what's the other one? Not Tesla, but there is Nikolai, something like that. And he was discussing, I don't like NIO. It's an overseas stock. Not a lot of control on that one as, what their numbers could be. And then Nicholas, I'm not sure how the company, the acronym is NKLA, I believe. And that one, it's also light on its ads. So we've seen that covered on Facebook or on YouTube here as well. So I'm not too interested in any of those electric car vehicle companies. Maybe that's why Tesla does just stand a little bit above the other electric vehicle. Now, as far as the $1,400 stimulus check and when we could expect it, it's still in the works, but I believe it is going to be coming out here early first quarter of 2020. This looks like, let's see here, did it just refresh my page? Yes, it did. So it is expected to go out somewhere around April. Let's see, did it jump me to a whole new page? No, so maybe maybe second quarter or so. So 2 weeks starting to distribute the first round of 1,200 payments in April, and about a week to send the second round of checks in January. Okay, so this is going back in time where it took a little bit of time to send those initial $1,200 checks in April of 2020, and then another $600 here in January. So they're looking at, if this is passed somewhere in mid-February to mid-March, Americans could expect to receive the money anywhere in late February to late March. Okay, so as soon as that bill is passed, just really quickly right after that, usually within a week or two afterwards, that money just goes out. Now, one other article that I thought was really interesting was that this congressman is suggesting that only those who get the vaccine shot are eligible for that $1,400 stimulus money, which I think is pretty crazy. I'm not sure if any of you guys out there are getting the shot. I haven't got it. I haven't planned on getting it. I don't know if I actually caught COVID. Dang it. I don't know if I actually caught the illness or not, because I just never got checked, but we got sick for about 2 weeks and our neighbor had it. But it just happens. So here in this other article here, this goes over the third stimulus checks, as far as a congressman is suggesting that only $1,400 payments are going to go to those who get the vaccine. So right off the bat, that would remove a whole bunch of individuals from going out there and getting this $1,400 stimulus check. I've seen a ton of videos, not only here on YouTube, but on TikTok and on Facebook, discussing this, going over like, guess I'm not going to get that $1,400. So let me know down in the comment section below. Have you or are you planning on getting the vaccine for the illness here in 2020? I am currently not planning on getting it. It's actually going to be required every year. If you guys read into it, it's not something that is permanent. And I know Fauci has mentioned it, that they don't even know if it'll prevent the spread of the illness or the different strains. So there's still a lot of unknowns with this vaccine. So that's why it's kind of up in the air right there. Now, diving into the S&P 500 movement for the week, we have the S&P moving up 1.94%, putting it up year to date by 2.27. I believe this is right now in third place. We have the Dow Jones currently in fourth place, up 0.59% this week, or 1.28% year to date. We have the NASDAQ here up a whopping 4.19%. I believe this is still in second place, but we'll take a look at it. It is a 5.08. And we have the Russell 2000. Yep, the Russell beat out the NASDAQ, up 2.15% this week alone, and putting it year to date by 9.82%. So massive movement there with the Russell 2000, followed right behind by the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones trailing in the back. Now, our movement of the week. So as we were seeing these past few weeks, not only this week, but the week prior, FAANGS stocks had been moving down. Tesla, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Visa, MasterCard, a lot of these big, fintech or big tech stocks have been pretty negative these past few weeks. Well, guess what happened this week? Amazon up a whopping 5.27. Google up nearly 10% there at 9.34. Facebook up 11.75%. Apple up 7.88. Microsoft up 6.07. So I don't know if you guys had bought any of these companies. I didn't buy any Apple or any of the FAANGS stocks. I did go out there and buy some Kimberly-Clark, and I think I purchased one other. I know I've been looking into a few different but tech dividend stocks. So I've been looking at Qualcomm and CCIO or OI. It's another telecom stock similar to AT&T provider, but kind of interesting to take a look at some of these companies. Oil have moved down this past week, down 0.31, putting it year to date by 6.73. The dollar trailing lower this week, so we started the week at 90.83. It trailed down the entire week, ending at 90.21. We have silver creeping up. Last week it had lost a little bit. We saw silver go down 2.38. Gold down 1.26, so this week kind of bounced back up 3.05, and gold moving up 1.62. We also saw bonds continue to move just slightly higher to the upside of 0.04%, and our 10-year treasury yield is at 1.09, so it moved 1 point down from 1.10 to 1.09. And mortgage rates this past week fell 1 basis point basically to 3%. That's basically where it was at. It was at 3.01. It's just at 3%. So it's kind of hovering within that 2.95 to 3% range. And then as far as information that we posted over on Facebook this past week, I believe we posted just our recap. I was planning on making a video going through my portfolio on M1 Finance and thinning out some of the companies that I don't want to have transferred with me. So I'm going to be completely silent out of their shares. I'm either going to be buying up other companies or just distributing that cash between some of the companies that are already within the portfolio. So the only other thing here that I posted this week was that Apple continued to perform really well. So on Friday, we had Tanger Factory Outlet up 10.6%, putting the portfolio in the green for the day. And then as far as the 1 week performance, we already saw Apple moving up very nicely this past week, up 9.38. Tanger Factory Outlet, because of that move on Friday, put it in second place. And then as far as the 1 week performance there, actually didn't do as well as the indexes. We can see this portfolio is only up about 0.57. So right around the same growth there of the Dow Jones. So that is the information that I posted on Facebook. Let me know down in the comment section below. How is your portfolio performing this week? Did you buy anything? I bought Kimberly-Clark. It goes into earnings next week. I really wanted to purchase more. So on Monday, I am planning on doing my video on Monday. We're going to go ahead and record on Sunday as far as what stocks I'm planning on selling out of my portfolio over on M1 Finance, and I'm going to be buying up some more Kimberly-Clark because I took a look at its valuation right now. So here is the little snippet that I posted of Kimberly-Clark. Kimberly-Clark was trading at $131, paying out a dividend of $2.38, which gives it a 3.26% yield. Its 52-week high was $160. 52-week low was $110. Here, if we take a look at the upper chart, this company has growing revenue. Here in the purple has growing revenue of 1.68 over the past 3 years. So it's not amazing on its revenue, but if we take a look at the orange, at its net income, even though its revenue is not growing, it's finding ways of producing net income of up 30% over the past 3 years. That's an increase of 10% on average per year. Right along with their earnings per share, we can see earnings per share is moving up higher as well. And we see free cash flow following along at 11.16%. So all of their metrics here, financials, are doing pretty well. If we look at their price, they're priced at $131.39 here. As I snapped it, it has highs up here at $160. So there's a big dip here from highs to lows. And right now it is offering a 3.26 starting yield, which is higher than the current price. So if we kind of put a line through here, we can see that the yield is trading higher on average for the past year than it has been in the past. So during this time frame right here, I would have bought it where the yield was lower, but right now this is offering a very good starting yield. Plus, Kimberly-Clark has been growing and paying out dividends for over 25 years, putting it as an S&P 500 dividend aristocrat. So it's actually been raising dividends for the past 48 years, and it has a payout ratio of 61%. So that is amazing for a company, and I'll probably end up buying more of it here on Monday. So that is that with Kimberly Clark. So that is going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you thought of the weekly recap, and if you have any other information to add, go ahead and drop that down in the comment section below. And thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you are brand new to my channel, have not yet subscribed, go down below, hit the red button to subscribe, make it gray, hit the bell to be notified every time we release a brand new video, and of course give this video a thumbs up, make it blue, and thank you all for tuning in. Bye-bye.